Nebraska Public Media Sports, Nebraska's home for championship sports, is live from Tal Anderson Field on the campus of Nebraska, Omaha for the 2023 NSAA Baseball Championships. And we kick off our day-long coverage in Class C. It's the 7th seed, Crimson Pride of Roncalli, taking on the Malcolm Clippers. And hello again, everyone. Great to have you with us alongside former Major Leaguer Brian Dunsing. I'm Larry Putney. Terrific to have you with us for the first ever broadcast on Nebraska Public Media of the State High School Baseball Championships. Kind of takes you back to your days when you used to play, and what a great environment this is.
I mean, this environment is amazing. Never was able to get to the state tournament, let alone championship, but these guys have a good day for baseball. A little breezy, a little chilly, but no one's going to cramp up, which is great. This is awesome. Great facility.
And your career turned out all right anyway.
It was decent.
Let's take a look at what's coming up throughout the day. We begin this morning in Class C with Roncalli and Malcolm State title on the line. Then later this afternoon at 4 o'clock, it's Norris and Elkhorn North. Norris certainly familiar with state championship games. And then in Class A tonight, Lincoln East tries to become the first team from Lincoln since 1977 to win a state championship. They take on perennial power Millard West. Should be a terrific day. So here in Class C, we begin. Roncalli and Malcolm. You see Malcolm just outside of Lincoln, Roncalli just north of Omaha. They meet here at Tal Anderson. Malcolm got here with wins over Platteview 7-6 to advance. That was in the top of the bracket in bracket 1. Then you go to the bottom of the bracket in Class C. Roncalli survived out of that with a win over Wayne 5-4 in an if necessary game. Let's go down to the field to the third member of our crew, Anna Bellinghausen.
Well, Larry, like you mentioned, Roncalli comes in as a number 7 seed, but they haven't talked about that all season long. I spoke to Coach, and he said the motto is win at all costs. The seeding does not matter whatsoever. Their plan today is to get that offense rolling early and not let this moment get too big.
Thank you very much, Anna. Time now to introduce you to the players in the field, and for that, let's go to Heath Kramer.
Welcome to Tal Anderson Field for the 2023 NSAA Class C State Baseball Championships. The NSAA is proud to recognize its premier corporate partners, Farmers Mutual of Nebraska, Nebraska Chiropractic Physicians Association, and Ortho Nebraska. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are able, please stand and remove your caps as Nora Armstrong from Wayne High School sings our national anthem.
Proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
The Nebraska School Activities Association congratulates Roncalli Catholic High School and Malcolm High School on their athletic excellence and sportsmanship, and welcome the teams, their coaches, students, and families to the 2023 NSAA State Baseball Championships. It is Championship Friday, and it's time to meet the players and coaches for this Class C championship game. First, for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the number 7 seed with a record of 13-11, the Roncalli Catholic Crimson Pride. Leading off and catching, number 20, Wyatt Yetter. Hitting second and playing shortstop, number 24, Grant Ryan. Batting third and playing right field, number 21, Clay Schaefer. In the cleanup spot, the first baseman, number 19, Cam Rolfson. Batting fifth and playing third base, number 35, Caden Schaefer. Hitting sixth, the designated hitter, number 32, Ben Reinheimer. Batting seventh and playing center field, number 28, Jacob Camp. Hitting eighth, the second baseman, Abel Jimenez Escobar. And batting ninth and playing left field, number 1, Josh Keidel. On the mound today for the Crimson Pride, number 4, Jackson Urban. The non-starters for Roncalli Catholic, number 3, Charlie Feringer. Number 5, Cornelius Wells. Number 22, Reese Peterson. Number 23, Noah Brisbane. Number 27, Riley Feldhaus. Number 33, Tanner Post. Number 34, Bryson Rowe. And number 42, Nick Worthy. The assistant coaches for Roncalli Catholic are Josh Hoover, Colton Wiersbicki, and Nick Yossi. And the head coach for the Crimson Pride is Jake Hoover. Now let's meet the players and coaches from the home team on the scoreboard. The number 1 seed with a record of 24-3, the Malcolm Clippers. Leading off, the catcher, number 45, Colt Reiling. Hitting second and pitching, number 11, Maddox Meyer. Batting third, the first baseman, number 2, Hayden Frank. In the cleanup spot, the third baseman, number 5, Mason Wisniewski. Batting fifth and playing shortstop, number 7, Carson Frank. Hitting sixth, the left fielder, number 1, Derek Erickson. Batting seventh and playing right field, number 25, Garrett England. Hitting eighth, the designated hitter, number 44, Luke Schmidt. Batting ninth, the center fielder, number 8, Elliot Robotham. And playing second base, number 10, Cody Sykes. The non-starters for Malcolm, 0, Brixton Meyer. Number 3, Tristan Bailey. Number 4, Oliver Day. Number 12, Owen Little. Number 13, Caden Robotham. Number 15, Noah Ganya. Number 17, Cole Tiedemann. Number 21, Tyler Thiemann. Number 24, Chase Smith. Number 27, Keegan Robinson. Number 32, Eli Kincaid. And number 42, Owen Savicki. The assistant coaches for the Clippers, Sean Meyer, Tank Mosser, Bo Sackett, Connor Johnson, and Zach Johnson. And the head coach for Malcolm is Zach Weiner. The umpires for today's game, at third base, Jimmy Motes. At second base, Todd Heyer. At first base, Eric Cedar. And calling the balls and strikes today, Neil Hammond.
First ever state championship baseball showdown called on Nebraska Public Media. We've got it coming your way from here in Omaha, just minutes away.
Hi, I'm Kay McKenzie. From epic journeys into history, to finding your roots, discovering the ancestries of our diverse backgrounds, to the remake of All Creatures Great and Small that swept us away, to Backyard Farmer, Big Red Wrap-Up, and Nebraska Stories. You know that Nebraska Public Media will bring you even more engaging experiences like these throughout the year, as well as comprehensive, objective coverage of our local and national news. Today, I ask you to be part of providing another year of amazing stories. Your donation provides funding for the shows you enjoy on Nebraska Public Media and helps to create and produce more. Contributions from viewers like you are important and powerful as Nebraska Public Media continues planning programs, resources, and services for our state. Join now online at nebraskapublicmedia.org/donate or call in your donation to 800-989-8236.
Coverage of the NSAA Baseball Championships on Nebraska Public Media is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean, Education Quest Foundation, Nebraska Public Power District, A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We couldn't do it without your support. Great afternoon here at Tal Anderson. Here's a look at the Roncalli batting order. Numbers may not be as gaudy, but they face a very difficult schedule, play a lot of teams in and around the metro. They came in fact, into the postseason with a record of 8-10, and here they are playing for a state title.
That's amazing. I mean, you got to get hot at the right time.
Yeah.
That's what baseball's all about.
They certainly did. 13-11 now, and they are here battling for a state title. Look at the Malcolm Clippers on the hill. Maddox Meyer, he comes in at 5-2 on the season, 2.79 ERA. 10th appearance of the year for Meyer.
He throws a lot of innings. He's like their guy. So it's really cool too. I'm sure we'll talk about it, but these guys have never played each other.
Yeah, right.
So it's gonna be kind of fun.
Yeah.
I mean, don't know what to expect. Got to adapt on the road.
Meyer 83-85 fastball, curveball, kind of a slurve guy, out pitches that change. There's a look at the staff for the Malcolm Clippers. You saw him pointing to go boats. It's the motto it's been all year. They come in the #1 seed. Here's a look at the defense for the Clippers. At outfield of Erickson, Robotham, and England. Wisniewski's at third. Carson Frank is at short. Cody Sykes, the second baseman. Hayden Frank at first, and behind the plate is Colt Reiling. A little windy today here, wind blowing in from left field. I think it'd be difficult to take anything out in left, especially given the depth out in left. Dimensions of the field, 330 down the lines, 410 to straightaway center, and you see it howling in there at probably better than 15 mile an hour. A cool, chilly start to the afternoon, but supposed to warm up, and what a great day for baseball as we get ready for state champion Class C, Roncalli and Malcolm. First pitch fouled out of play by Wyatt Yetter.
Gonna be aggressive. Got to be aggressive here. No time to sit around.
Yetter hitting .355 on the year. He's behind the dish for the Crimson Pride. Breaking ball upstairs for ball one.
If you're a pitcher today, I think you're pitching into righties. Away to lefties.
Breaking pitch caught the outside corner.
You can even leave it up in the zone a little bit if you want to and say how far can you hit it.
Yeah.
Get some easy strikes. Easy outs.
1 ball, 2 strikes now to Yetter. Mentioned Roncalli 8-10 before they hit the district tournament. 1-2 in districts to qualify for state. That was the only way they were going to get here. That's lifted high in the infield. Cody Sykes has a beat on it, called off by Hayden Frank, who pulls it in for out #1.
It's a good way to start the game right there. Everyone's going to be nervous. Get that first leadoff hitter out. Take a deep breath now and kind of settle in.
So here's the shortstop, Grant Ryan. Ryan hitting .227 on the year, 14 RBI, 4 doubles. His stat line. First pitch strike from Meyer. He's worked ahead to both of the first 2 hitters. Called strike. Mixing up his pitch as well.
He's doing great.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's just a second hitter, but I mean,
got him swinging, fastball upstairs.
Yep, you can see it too. I mean, that was a perfect setup for an at bat right there. Went slow, and then up and in right there, right past him.
2 up, 2 down for the Crimson Pride here in the top of the first. Clay Schaefer. Doing a nice job moving it in and out too. I mean, he's been on the outside, touching the corners with the breaking stuff. That's fastball inner half.
Yeah, he's mixing it up well, and you're gonna have to against this team.
pitch, breaking ball in there for a called strike. Just peppering the zone here early on is Maddox Meyer. Two strikeouts in the inning for Meyer. Great start for Malcolm. Maddox Meyer, 2 strikeouts. 2 go down swinging. We head to the bottom of the first. Clippers with their first opportunity upcoming.
Life is complicated enough. Why worry about what to do with your extra car? Skip the costs of maintaining it, storing it, insuring it, or renewing registration. Car repairs? Forget about it. Here's one easy solution to your car problem. Donate it to our station. It's fast, free, tax deductible, and if you donate, you're going to feel incredible knowing you're supporting quality programming. Interested? Just call this toll-free number or donate online. Thank you.
This week on Nebraska Stories, the Pawnee Nation is working to preserve the tribe's heirloom seeds that are vital to their heritage. Learn about a Nebraskan who was the longest-serving American war correspondent and a Pulitzer Prize nominee. And view a new kinetic sculpture honoring Western Nebraska artists. These stories and more on Nebraska Stories, Monday night at 9 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
Impressive numbers here for this Clippers squad. You look at that, 3 in the starting lineup hitting over 400, including Hayden Frank, who's at 432. Wisniewski, it's almost remarkable. 557 batting average. This is a team that can put some runs on the board.
That's 557 is ridiculous.
Right.
In college, they always tell us, you know, guys hitting 400 still means to get out 60% of the time.
You can't, you can't say that.
But you can't say that with that guy.
He's getting on half the time.
Yeah, you
right?
better walk him.
On the hill, Mason Urban. Urban pitches with a little bit of chip on his shoulder. He's a lefty. One of the go-to arms for the Crimson Pride.
Yeah, he's going to have a upper 70s fastball, low 80s. He can fill it up. He's throw a lot of strikes. He'll mix it up. That's, you know, myself being a lefty, especially in high school, I didn't have a lot of velocity either, but these are my kind of guys. They're going to mix up the pitches, change the timing, and next thing you know, if you do right, you're in.
Yeah. Keedle in left, Camp in center, Schaefer in right. Caden Schaefer's at third base. Grant Ryan is the shortstop. Jimenez Escobar is at second. Rolfson at first. Getter behind the plate, and there is Mason Urban. It's Jackson Urban. Called strike, and quickly ahead, no balls, 2 strikes, is Jackson Urban.
Both pitchers, I know this is his first hitter, but both pitchers' pace of play is fantastic.
He had it. Yep. Here's Colt Reiling hitting .317 on the year. That's hit sharply, but foul. Reiling plays with a little bit of chip on his shoulder as well. You kind of see that aggressiveness out of leadoff hitter. That's hit back through the middle. That's going to make it through the infield, and a leadoff single for Colt Reiling.
He got in there too. He tried going in, got there. Just got to tip your hat to a hitter when he does that. Well, he tried going out. Oops. So he missed his spot. That happens.
Yep. So Maddox Meyer now at the plate. Meyer 340. He squares, gets the bunt down the first base line. It's going to roll foul. Clippers trying to apply the pressure here early with a little bit of small ball.
You don't see that very often anymore, I feel like.
Yeah. such a game anymore of analytics and data that the data doesn't really play it out. You know, the small ball game isn't what everyone thought it was when they used to do it all the time in the 2000s, even in the 90s. Is that's inside and hits Meyer. First 2 on base.
Coming to the plate for Malcolm, the first baseman, number 2, Hayden Frank.
Yeah. That's just, I think that's, he's pumping through him right now. He's kind of yanking it a little bit.
Yeah. Nobody down, runners at first and second. Clippers threatening here in the top of the first. Little tall for Hayden Frank. Frank comes in with a .432 batting average. He brings 6 homers to the yard. Chatting with head coach Jake Hoover of Roncalli. He said they'd know early if Jackson Urbahn had his stuff because he plays with this little bit of chip, and when he gets going, he's really good. If he struggles like this early, they may need to calm him down a bit, and I think that's what we're seeing here is a quick visit from the pitching coach, Josh Hoover.
I think that's a really good mound visit here. Obviously, early in the game, we got runners on already, and we're kind of, it's not like he's just missing around the zone. He's yanking the ball a little bit, and now he's missing high. All that drilling, pumping, his mechanics are kind of failing him right now. So see if we can't calm him down and get him locked back in.
You've been in situations like that. What was the key for you? How did you try to get back into the moment?
I'll tell you what. We had like a mental skills coach basically tell me, step off the mound, find like a little pebble on the dirt, which you can't do it here because it's turf. But
find some rubber.
Yeah, just find a piece of rubber, stare at it, and like kind of brings yourself away from what's happening on the field, and kind of get you locked back in and slow everything down.
Love that side of the game. This is such a mental sport, right? Overcoming failure, knowing how to overcome failure, learning to accept failure. That's up high, 3 balls, no strikes to the 3-hole hitter, Hayden Frank. You wouldn't think early green light from 3-0 here. Did not. Down low, ball 4. So a leadoff single by Colton Riling back through the middle, a hit by pitch and a walk, and suddenly the Clippers with bases juiced here in the top of the first for their 4-hole hitter, Mason Wisniewski. And oh, by the way, Wisniewski hitting .557 on the season.
I guess you can't walk him.
That's a great point. Outside corner, just touched on the pitch from Urbahn.
This is obviously a big at bat here. This big hitter, whether he, gets an RBI or not, we can get him out. Kind of get that first out on the board. You can take a little bit of a breather.
That goes the opposite way. Bodied up by Escobar, who gets one across the diamond in time for the double play. So will not get credit for the RBI, but scoring is Riling. And it is 1-0 Clippers, and that's about as good as Urbahn could have hoped for in that situation.
Yeah, that was really good play. Well turned, too. You can tell the shortstop, second baseman knew they kind of had some time. And just, you need that play right there. So.
That's hit into the air, drifting out is Escobar, coming in is Schaefer. Schaefer calls him off. Not a bad start given where they were for Roncalli. They have to be pleased getting out of the bases loaded, no out jam, and allow just 1 run. But still, after 1, the number 1 seed with the lead, 1-0.
Imagine a future fueled by soy-based possibilities. A future where creativity and productivity live together under one roof. A future that takes you from point A to point B to point Z, all while ensuring brighter tomorrows for our next generation. A soy-based future? It's already here.
Live sports and documentaries are part of the valued services from Nebraska Public Media. Fans of high school and college sports have a great way to ensure these programs will continue. Join the Nebraska Public Media Sports Partners Club. This is your home for Husker Volleyball, Big Red Wrap-Up, and high school championships. Log on to nebraskapublicmedia.org/sportspartners and explore the benefits of joining. With your support, sports action will stay right here all year long. And thank you.
Looking into downtown Omaha, you can watch Nebraska Public Media Sports anytime, anywhere on the Nebraska Public Media app. Watch live streaming of tonight's game, college player profiles, full-length episodes from Big Red Wrap-Up, so much more. Download the free Nebraska Public Media app today and tap into all of the action. Just minutes away from downtown Omaha. Hey, look at this. Malcolm youth baseball team here watching the Clippers.
I mean, what a day.
Right?
It's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm going to skip school. Go watch the state championship game.
I think they got permission. How about that? It wasn't a skip. Mom and Dad said it was okay.
Oh, yeah.
Teachers gave them the day off. Who knows? School may...
Teachers might be here.
Yeah, school might be closed for today. They probably took the day off to come watch the Clippers in the state title. That is hit back through the middle. And a leadoff single by Cam Rolfson. Gets Roncalli started here in the top of the second.
Obviously, the game's shortened here in high school, 7 innings. An answer here by Roncalli would be enormous. Get that one back at minimum, if not a crooked number.
Boy, good job staying inside that, huh?
Yeah, I mean, he's not scared to go in, you know?
Yeah, right.
You got to pitch. You might as well. Like we said, the wind's blowing in, howling in. Let's see how far they can hit it.
Rolfson at first, called strike to Caden Schaefer. Schaefer hitting .324 on the year. Schaefer, one of 2 freshmen in the lineup for the Crimson Pride, the starting lineup. A good-looking freshman, too. Good size, .324, 12 RBI, 6 doubles on the year, a triple. A couple of homers out of a freshman. Take that.
Yeah, any day.
Schaefer plays third base. Falls behind. No balls, 2 strikes. Good movement. Inside, then works the outer half. Touch the corner. And quickly Schaefer down 0-2.
Meyer's doing a great job going in and out, like you just said. Keeps hitters off balance so much.
Rolfson over there at first. Called strike 3. Right back to the outside corner. Backward K in the book. Got him looking. That's the 3rd strikeout for Maddox Meyer. Look at the scouting report on Meyer. I think I've noticed, Brian, he's got both a curve, kind of a 12-6, but also a little bit of a slurve as well that goes down and moves away from the right-hander.
Right. Those are really good combination too. If you have a 12-6, you know, if you're looking at a clock, 12-6 curveball, and you have a slider, kind of just slurves. It's different angle, different speed. And if it all comes out of the same arm slot, like they're taught, it's hard to pick up as a hitter. And anytime you can change speeds, obviously you're gonna have a good chance, because hitting's timing and pitching is messing up that timing. So,
well, this kid can rake. Here's Benny Reinheimer. Benny takes one outside corner. No balls, 2 strikes to Reinheimer, hitting .261 of the year, 11 RBI. I believe it's missed up.
Maddox Meyer's doing a great job. He's getting ahead early in the count, and then when you get ahead in the count, you can expand the zone. And you've seen there's been a couple pitches that probably a little bit out, but he's getting it because he's around the zone, so he's kind of earning it already.
The 1-2. That's away as well. Rolfson down there first, did not stray far. Reinheimer playing with a torn meniscus.
What?
He's going to have that looked at on Tuesday. Funny thing is, coach really didn't know about it, Jake Hoover. Reinheimer swings through that, got the strikeout.
That probably tells you what kind of kid he is, too. He's probably a beast.
I'm going to play.
It's a great pitch.
Tailed away.
Yeah, just tailed away.
Yeah.
You stay away to the lefties here. I mean, in this game with that wind, way the wind's blowing, so.
Quick move over, back in time is Rolfson. Meyer showing the A move right away.
Yeah. Might see some action though on the bases though. 2 outs, try and get him in scoring position here.
Check him again. Jacob Camp now at the plate for the Crimson Pride. There's that 12-6, a little bit of movement away, but a great pitch.
Again, like, so now they see that breaking ball.
Yeah.
He might go fastball here or whatever, and he's gonna throw another one that looks the same. It's gonna be slower, a little bit out, and it's hard to hit.
Fastball down. Maybe off speed. That'll some movement.
Yeah, he might have some sink too. His arm slot's a little low. High 3/4, I guess, if you will.
Fastball outer half, 2 strikes. 1-2 now to Jacob Camp.
This is where we might see that slower breaking ball. Next pitch, I mean.
Right.
Yeah.
Camp, the senior, 2-2 with Rolfson at first. Got it, outside corner, backward K in the book. And how about Maddox Myers? 6 outs, 5 strikeouts. Malcolm with the lead here as we head to the bottom of 2. 1-zip.
Need to mix. Each person experiences it differently.
Hey guys, dive in.
Artists, musicians, and people in the theater and documentary filmmakers.
This is so rich.
Exploring something that's unknown.
And it will have a societal impact.
That's perfect.
This place is home.
It's a great feeling.
How do we deliver that experience?
Now is the best time.
My parents divorced when I was 5. My family moved in with my mother's parents. My grandparents' house felt like the safe place, but then it wasn't.
You never think it's gonna happen in your own home.
He claimed to be a man of God.
He built power to manipulate his family into silence. This silence ended with me. I knew I had to say something so that my niece would not be abused.
Sunday night at 10:30 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
Malcolm Clippers come into this the top seed, 24-3 on the year, and their first ever trip in program history into a state championship. You know, they were a co-op for many years, and I think with the addition of Class C and all the work that Dan Masters and the NSAA has done to expand baseball across the state and provide other opportunities for some lower classes, we're going to see schools continue to add baseball and have success for the first time on the diamond like Malcolm.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they're all multi-sport athletes too. Anyways, I mean, these kids are athletes. They're studs. They're large human beings down there. But yeah, the opportunity to play at Class C, and then like we talked about, this is the first time ever it's on TV. I mean, this is exciting.
So cool. That's hit the opposite direction, but right at Jimenez Escobar. Annabelle makes the play. Or 1 down. Lined out to 4. So now to plate the lefty, Garrett England. England hitting .388 on the year, takes a called first pitch strike. A couple of homers, 25 RBI for the 7-hole for the Clippers. Got the call outside half. Maybe even the river.
That's a big sweeper though. And again, like, that opens up everything now.
Pitch inside. It's that area between the chalk, or in this case, the white painted turf, right? And the edge of the plate, it's called the river. And when pitchers can start to get the river called strikes, they can really have some success. That's the line back through a slow roller. Jimenez Escobar up with it across the diamond, not in time. Throw is just off. And Garrett England is aboard. We'll see how they score it. And it is a hit.
Yeah, it looks like he kind of lost his rhythm there a little bit, his step. It's tough, not used to playing on turf, that's different.
Second single of the game for Malcolm, second inning in a row. They've had a runner on base. Here's Luke Schmidt. Luke, the designated hitter.
If Urban can keep hitting corners like that, he's going to be able to go deep in this game and give his team a chance here.
Good flip over.
I think it was a really good mound visit too that last inning that we talked about.
Yeah.
Obviously, he gave up 1 run, but with base load, no outs, you get a double play right after the visit, and then they get the third out, and you come out. Now you're hitting corners, and
I saw him pick up a piece of rubber behind the mound, and he was just staring at it. I wasn't sure what that was about, but
I don't know. I've heard that might help. It works. It doesn't have to be rubber or dirt. It could be anything. Pick up anything. Yeah. Just look at something else.
Draw your focus. That's hit sharply to third, scooped up by Schaefer. Over to Jimenez Escobar, and in time for the double play. Very nice 5-4-3 turn to end the bottom of the second. So Malcolm goes quietly in the bottom. They still have the lead, 1-0, as Roncalli turns 2 to end the second.
After concussion, returning to the classroom is a priority of the NSAA. All brains return to learn, not all brains return to play.
After recognizing that an athlete has suffered a concussion, it is important to monitor the symptoms in the classroom before allowing the athlete to return to extracurricular activities.
The NSAA requires coaches in all sports to take a concussion course once every 3 years.
More information is available on our website, nsaahome.org. Student athletes are students first, athletes second.
Coming up on Austin City Limits.
I'm Mr. Bojangle.
I'm just an old chunk of coal now, Lord. But I'm gonna be a diamond someday.
Saturday night at 11 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
Berm kind of day here at Tal Anderson Field. Okay, you remember those days, don't you?
No, I'd throw up. I never did that kind of stuff. No, I didn't like it.
I would not do that.
No.
That's great. Malcolm Jr.'s here, the Malcolm Clippers team looking on. This sets the expectation, right?
I mean,
this is where you want to be in 7-8 years.
That's so cool. I mean,
Yeah.
and now like being like a dad, you know, and having kids that age.
Yeah.
I mean, they're looking up to all these kids in the dugout. They're paying attention to everything they're doing, how they're acting, reacting. This is awesome.
So now at the plate to lead it off in the top of the third is Abel Jimenez Escobar. Escobar, the second baseman. Part of that really nice last turn. In fact, 2 double plays already through 2 innings for the Crimson Pride. The big one in the first to get out of the bases loaded, no out jam.
It's a good take right there. Good pitch too. You're getting a little extra on the corners. Why not see how far you can go?
Get him to chase a little bit, right? Got him on the elbow. Oh, those guards are wonderful things, aren't they?
Yeah.
Did not flinch. As a pitcher, you can't stand them.
No. Get him out of there.
That's right.
How are we supposed to command the plate and intimidate anybody and they got body armor?
You work somebody off the plate if they've got that on.
Yeah. Although in high school, throwing 84 miles an hour like I did, I don't think I intimidated anybody. It's not all about velocity, though.
No.
You can pitch, move it around. That's all it takes.
Yep. back of the bag, grabs it, and Jimenez Escobar is back safely. He has some speed on the bases, so now at the plate, Josh Keatle. C-H-Y-T-I-L, Keatle. Breaking pitch up top. Going with it is Escobar, and they pound him in the back, and he is in at second. So good throw behind there, and Jimenez Escobar took off.
He accidentally set himself out to dry there in the middle of the baseline. Maybe that was designed, I don't know.
I'm surprised he wasn't sliding there. Could have been a closer play if it wasn't right at Escobar, right?
Right. I'm wondering if the middle infielders kind of deked him a little bit the way they were just standing there. Not necessarily on purpose, but the fact that they weren't expecting to throw either, I don't think.
That situation too, with Reiling popping up and seeing him that far off base, it's almost like you want to take a step or two and make the runner commit before you throw.
Right. Well, if you see the replay, he turned his swipe tags right away, thinking he's coming back, and then by the time he looked up, he was already at second base.
Called strike to Keatle. Now 2 balls, 1 strike. He'll square again. Show bunt. Pulls back. 2-2. Nobody out. Jimenez Escobar at second. Popped up, caught, throw back to second. Got it!
Oh.
Double play!
What a play.
What a throw by Meyer to turn 2. Fired back. Got the out, so 2 down now here.
Unconventional, but you take it.
That's right. Breaking ball. Must have been just above the top of the zone. Good 12-6 there. Settled in.
So this is when it gets interesting. Now, the second time through the lineup, they've seen him now. Most of them have seen all of his pitches. So now it's gonna be really up to location and execution.
Called strike right down the middle on the 3-0 count.
This is also really big at bat. I know no one's on, you have 2 outs, but you just go 3-0 after a big double play. Mentally as a pitcher, sometimes you inadvertently relax. You might not even know you're doing it, but and now just like that, they got another runner on, and you're gonna have more pressure on the bases. So
Tanner Post coming in to run. Post will run for the catcher Wyatt Yetter.
The shortstop, number 24, Grant Ryan.
Picked him off, got him. Wow, what a pickoff by Maddox Meyer for the 3rd out. Froze him. Tagged down.
There's a place in the middle of America where we stand up and stand out, bringing light that illuminates the best ideas and brings change. Understanding the heart of learning comes from the heartland. Nebraska Public Media is yours, a space and community for everyone. We tell stories and amplify voices so that all can be heard, all from a place that we call home. This is Nebraska Public Media.
On Secrets of the Dead.
The Hindenburg's horrible end has shocked the entire world.
Now, more than 80 years later, the list of failures that led to the tragedy can be revealed.
The testing was not very adequate at all.
The money that the Nazis gave had strings attached.
The use of hydrogen did make this airship a ticking time bomb.
Hindenburg's fatal flaws on Secrets of the Dead.
Wednesday night at 9 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
Back here in Omaha, along with Brian Dunsing, I'm Larry Putney from Tile Anderson Field. Class C state championship action. Anna Bellinghausen is down in the field. Malcolm Clippers on top 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the third. High school baseball, of course, played to 7 innings. So a 7-inning game here this afternoon for the Class C title. Almost halfway through, and look at Norris Titans. They're up next. Titans will play at 4 o'clock today for the Class B title against Elkhorn North. So bottom of the batting order here for the Clippers, Elliot Robotham at the plate, his first plate appearance. He's got a couple of dingers this year. $20 home runs in the starting lineup for the Clippers combined. Wow. That's quite a few.
That's pretty, yeah, that's a lot. If you're Malcolm right now with that last inning, get yourself out of that jam with the unconventional double play, and then picking off the pinch runner immediately. This is the time, like, if you're on offense right now, you got to get it going. This is when you kind of change momentum. And if you're Urban, you got to come out and find a way to shut it down just like you did. Pumping strikes. Feeling comfortable up there, looks like.
Got the strikeout for the first out of the third.
The catcher, number 45, Colt Riley.
Back to the top of the order now. Colt Riley led off the game with a single back through the middle. Fell behind in the count, but battled back after 0-2 to deliver that single. He would later score. It's a first inning that the Clippers might look back on later and say we had bases loaded, nobody out, and managed a run. That's popped into the air. Abel Jimenez Escobar makes the play, 2 down.
Yeah, that right there, first inning seems like it's been the big one.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously we got a lot of game left, and anything can happen, but as of right now, if you're Roncalli, you're thinking we're actually winning this game because it could have been a lot worse. Now you just got to find a way to scratch them across if you're Roncalli, and Urban's doing a great job of keeping them in it right here.
Well, Roncalli, you know, they may look back to the second inning and say, we had a runner at second, nobody out. We're trying to advance him to get a runner to third with 1 down. Instead, we pop up unconventional double play, and there was our opportunity that was missed.
Yep. Just unfortunate, because you know, as hitters in high school, you're working on bunting all the time.
Right. Yeah.
You always do it, and it's so hard. It's so hard to do. It's not. You don't want to put your face down there. But I think like the worst part of all of it, yeah, you didn't get the bunt down, but just getting thrown out of second there. I mean, as a base runner, you're taught like that ball is popping there, you stop, freeze. That's kind of, and then we just kind of hesitated too long to get back, and
a great throw by Meyer.
Unbelievable,
too.
Yeah.
Just great piece of hitting there. 2 strikes, goes the other way, goes with the pitch, drives it into right field for a 2-out single by Maddox Meyer.
That's a great hit. You watch his swing, everything's just compact, just shoot it that way. He was looking that way the whole time.
The first baseman, number 2, Hayden Frank.
I thought he was going to throw it there.
Yeah.
Did you imagine?
Right to first, right?
Yeah. I think.
You thought about it.
Yeah. He came out ready to go.
Meyer was hustling down the baseline, though, to his credit. So here's Maddox Meyer. Check that, Hayden Frank. Maddox Meyer is on first. Hayden Frank at the plate now.
That was one of my biggest fears when I get ABs in the big leagues, was hitting one to right and then getting thrown out at first. Luckily for me, I never got a hit, so it's fine. Didn't have to worry about it. But
well, he had an opportunity to hit for 3 years, right? Or was it 4 in your career? That's hit sharply to left. Nice single by Hayden Frank. Little bobble out there, and they're going to hold him at third. And so that'll be a single with an error, and both runners advance a base on the error. And now, once again, Malcolm threatens.
See how Urban handles this right here. I'll get some. Change up some runners.
That puts Wisniewski at the plate and his .557 batting average. And we've got a pinch runner in for Hayden Frank, or check that, for Maddox Meyer, the pitcher, at second. At third base, he went in at third, right?
Yep.
So runners at second and third, with Wisniewski at the plate.
Again, I know it's early, but I wouldn't be surprised if he kind of pitches around him, if you will. Hitting .557. He's going to throw probably a bunch of breakers, see if he can't get him to hit one into the ground again, but a walk here is not bad.
Would agree. Not with the guy hitting .557 at the plate.
No, yeah, exactly.
With 2 in scoring position, 2 down, open base in front of you, hits that sharply. But foul.
I never liked the intentional, unintentional walk call as a pitcher, but the older I got, you kind of learn like the reasoning behind it. And
if you can get him to chase a little bit.
I mean, yeah, and now, like those weren't necessarily the best pitches, but now you're in the count. Now what happens?
2-2, big pitch upcoming here from Urban. Facing Mason Wisniewski. To the middle, scores one. Around from second comes Frank, and he's in there, and it is a 2-out, 2 RBI single for Mason Wisniewski.
It's a great piece of hitting. That ball's in on him. He kept his hands inside, drove back up the middle.
At the plate for Malcolm, the shortstop, number 7, Carson Frank.
Clippers now take a 3-0 lead. Last year was the first year that Malcolm was alone as its own school in baseball. They had co-opted with Raymond Central. They have 33 boys out for baseball, which is remarkable for the size of school. That's bounced out to Grant Ryan at short, across in time for the 3rd out, but not before the Clippers put 2 more on the board, and we head to the top of the 4th. It's 3-zip, Clips.
Have you heard about FAFSA?
It's like a form you fill out. Fill it out and you get money for college. Easiest way to get money for college, hands down.
FAFSA. It's a life hack.
It's your way in.
So you want to help me pay for college? I'm down.
Heck yeah.
Definitely. How is this not trending on all the things?
It took me like 30 minutes to fill out.
So easy.
How much am I gonna get? This is a hidden gem. Fill out your FAFSA. FAFSA.
Drink water, buckle up, fill out your FAFSA.
Live streaming for the NSAA Championships are also available at the Nebraska Public Media website and on the free Nebraska Public Media app.
3-0 the score from Tal Anderson. Coach, how do you find ways to capitalize now with runners on base, hopefully in this next inning?
We got to start getting on the fastball and giving us some better opportunities offensively. We're watching too many pitches. We got to be a little bit more aggressive at the plate.
Yeah, with Malcolm scratching, getting a couple more on the board, what's the plan with Jackson Urban?
We're going to go with Jackson as long as we can. He's throwing well. Missed a couple pitches in that inning that they're able to capitalize on, but we think we're going to be all right.
Coach, thanks so much for the time.
Thank you, Anna. Yeah, Jackson Urban is their guy out there, and they'll stick with him. He's pitched well. He's pitched out of some jams.
He's not getting hit hard.
Yeah.
You know, he's mixing it up. He's gotten a couple double plays. I mean, Just kind of unfortunate. Mistakes happen, like the mistake in left there. The air moved him into scoring position, 2 of them instead of just maybe 1. And you know, who knows? And that base open, he walked him. Who knows? Get a ground ball the next time. I mean, maybe no run score, but a lot of shoulda, coulda, wouldas in this game. That's fine.
So true. So here's Grant Ryan to start off the 4th inning for Roncalli.
I think if you're Roncalli, you got to look at it as we got to score to win anyway. So.
Called strike 1-1. A little bit of stick-to-itiveness for the Crimson Pride to get to this point here today, as home plate umpire Neil Hammond is shaking off a hit by pitch. Quick visit. Nice move by Colt Riling to give him a second, catch his breath. Not sure if that hit where I thought it did, but if it did, it's not pleasant.
Yeah, that stings. As a catcher, though, I mean, is he apologizing now? Like he's like, that's my bad. Like I should. I don't know. I've never been back there for that conversation.
Yeah, I think you apologize right away. Fouled off. 2-2. Here for Maddox Meyer. Roncalli, you're coming into districts and you know sub 500 record, you're 8-10. You have to win to make it to state. They do. Come down here and then all of a sudden get through their half of the bracket. Here you are really just 5 games removed from a losing record, 3 games removed from a losing record, and you're playing for a state title.
I guess that's baseball for you, right? They always say, just who's the team that gets hot at the right time?
That's right.
The right fielder, number 21, Clay Schaefer.
So Clay Schaefer now comes to the plate with a runner on. Roncalli trying to answer the 2 in the bottom of the 3rd from the Clippers. They lead at 3-0.
I think Roncalli needs a run this inning. If I'm them, I'm playing for 1 minimum, doing everything we can to scratch 1 across, because you're not out of the game 3-0 by any means, but you got to have an answer here.
Inside. 2 balls, no strikes to Clay Schaefer. Clay is their thumper, according to head coach Jake Hoover. He hit the ball a long way, watches that low, and now he's well ahead in the count with a runner on, nobody out. This will be a straight take. Just can't imagine down 3-0 you give him a green light here.
That'd be the most amazing green light, I think. But you know what? Maybe you surprise him.
Yeah.
I think if you're you're Maddox Meyer here, you're thinking I'm trying to lay one right over the middle.
And he did. 3-1. So now Clay Schaefer looking for his pitch here. Hitters count 3-1. Got it. Shoots it into right field. Rounding second, going to third is Grant Ryan. And it is a double for Clay Schaefer.
It's a great piece of hitting. 3-1 count. Got his pitch. He's trying to do that the whole time. Looking at his swing, he's inside out. He's trying to go to the right. There's no reason to try. Yeah, you can't try and pull it. You pull it, it stays up in the air. You might. That's just a great piece of hitting. Now Roncalli's trying to answer back.
Nobody out. Runners at second and third. Cam Rolfson at the plate. Called strike to Rolfson on the off speed. Maddox Meyer pitching him backwards here. Cam Rolfson is smart as they come, according to head coach Jake Hoover. He's the salutatorian, second highest GPA in his class. He's heading to Notre Dame for college.
That's amazing. Congrats, kid. That's awesome.
Yeah, that's... Two balls, one strike to Rolfson. Dribbles that out to second, to short. Frank mishandles, run scores, throws behind and back safely is Schaefer. And a run scores on the air and Rolfson reaches.
This is a good timeout right here. This is a good mound visit. Settle everyone down.
Well, that's one of those, you know, you make the play, no problem, and it just momentary. Oh.
Just took his eye off it last second there.
Got back quickly.
Yeah. Good heads up play though too. Sometimes, you know, as a young kid, you make a mistake, an error, you put your head down, and he made a mistake. He knew it, but he immediately looked at third and almost got an out.
So now the Crimson Pride with an opportunity at a big inning. Nobody out, run already across, runners at first and third. Now at the plate is Caden Schaefer. Schaefer hitting .324 on the year. Pitch from Meyer, outside corner. Runner going with the pitch.
Delayed steal.
What was it, delayed?
Yeah, delayed steal. Very effective, actually.
Yeah.
But you got to give credit to Malcolm here. He kept his composure and kind of said, you can have it. That's fine.
Well, right back to Meyer. Checks third, goes one to get the out. One down. That brings up Ben Reinheimer. Mentioned earlier, Benny playing with a tear in his meniscus. He was a starting catcher for most of the year. Called strike outside corner. Last time at the plate, Meyer fed him a dose of fastballs away, got him chasing on one away that tailed a little bit. Same pitch again. Reinheimer doesn't chase. He's going to have that knee scoped on Tuesday. Head coach Jake Hoover said, we didn't even know it was an issue until finally came and told us he had the torn meniscus at the doctor visit, but said, I'm going to keep playing.
That's just incredible.
Just tough to squat behind the plate with a torn meniscus, right?
I mean,
did it for a few games.
Golly.
A good discipline there at the plate by Reinheimer.
Right now at the plate, you're just trying to put it in play.
Mm-hmm.
You had your first two big swings there. Now you just got to try and put it in play.
2-2. Reinheimer fouls it off.
Even as a bopper, I know he's trying to really drive the ball hard, but a ball in play here is a run, as long as it's not back to the pitcher. So as a hitter, I think your first thought is let's see what we can do to.
Pitch away, 3-2. Full count now with one out to Reinheimer. Draws the walk, ball gets away. Bases loaded. Good at bat for Reinheimer.
So obviously he can run, right? With the torn meniscus, I'm guessing he's
a DH, so they can't run for him. So
right.
He's going to run.
Wow. It's actually not a bad walk.
Yeah.
Kind of like last half inning, like base open.
Yep. Good hitter to play.
Yeah. Throw a ground ball right here. Try to get yourself a double play.
So here's Jacob Camp now. Bases loaded. Swings through the first. Well, you get a feeling this is such a big moment right here in the game. Bases loaded, down to 3-1 score, bottom of the fourth. Called strike outside corner to Camp.
Umpires didn't give you that pitch. You keep throwing it out there.
No balls, 2 strikes from Meyer. Trying to get him to chase up and then tried to get him to chase away. Now at 2-2. Camp swings through, got the strikeout. Big strikeout from Maddox Meyer.
That's a huge out.
That'll bring up Jimenez Escobar. 2 down.
Fans, we do appreciate your assistance in returning foul balls. You can return them to the nearest dugout.
Hit by pitch his first time at the plate. Trying to add to those 5 RBIs he has on the season. Big opportunity here with 2 down. Bases loaded, check swing. Caught. Great hustle, Hayden Frank, and that ends the inning. Malcolm out of the threat. Crimson Pride get 1 on the board at the top of the 4th. Still 3-1 Clippers.
The way we use electricity has changed a lot over the years. What hasn't changed is our commitment to make sure it's there the moment you need it. Nebraska Public Power District, always there when you need us.
Wednesday night on PBS, starting with a new episode of Wild Scandinavia.
They're absolutely beautiful. They're just mesmerizing. Just another day in the office.
Followed by a new episode of Nova.
Who or what is really in control?
Most of what's happening in our brain, we are not conscious of.
New episodes of Wild Scandinavia and Nova.
Wednesday night on Nebraska Public Media.
3-1 the score with Malcolm on top. Coach, how about the job of Maddox Meyer? Bases loaded situation right there, getting out of it.
Oh, he showed a lot of heart right there. He battled. That's what we want him to do right there. Got us out of the inning. Giving up 1 run could have been a lot worse.
What has to be the mentality in the box now, keeping the pressure on Roncalli?
We just got to keep hitting the ball. Okay, be aggressive at the plate, take the pitches we want, and put the ball out there.
Coach, thanks for the time.
Yep, thank you.
Thank you to Zach Wayner, joining us here between innings as we head to the bottom of the 4th. So leading off, it's going to be Derek Anderson, the left fielder for the Clippers. He's hitting .373. Lined out to the second baseman back in the 2nd inning. That's lifted a little blooper into right. Not going to get it. And then a big bounce, and rounding and staying at first is Erickson. Well placed.
Well placed. Those are always frustrating too as a pitcher. You make a pitch, get that kind of swing, like, yeah, and then you look and it's in no man's land. Roncalli is very fortunate they played that ball correctly. That took a funny hop out there.
This Malcolm team has the 2nd smallest numbers for baseball in Class C, 2nd smallest attendance of those playing Class C baseball. Great accomplishment to get here to a state title game, and the record at 24-3. You can tell baseball is part of the culture. And Malcolm.
That's a great season.
Called strike. Garrett England showed bunt. They come out of the Trailblazer Conference. And if you look at the other teams in the Trailblazer, you've got Malcolm, Beatrice, Platteview, Wahoo, Plattsmouth. 5 of the 7 in that conference made the state tournament this year. And they're expanding next year as that's popped up into foul territory and handled by Caden Schaefer for out 1. So we've seen 2 bunt tries and opportunities by both teams, and both have popped out. Here is the new facility being built, or was just built in Malcolm. Their Field of Dreams, a group of folks, more than 5 years. We'll look at the individual, Kenny, who donated all of the land. He raised all private funds to build the new facility. It's clearly part of that culture.
That's so cool, especially we were talking about those little kids here already from Malcolm getting to play at that complex.
Line the other way. Going first to third. Throw is high, going to get him at third. Great heads-up play by Caden Schaefer in right field to fire it in. And out of the play is Derek Erickson trying to advance to third.
That's a great throw. As a pitcher, you're so fired up right now.
Yeah.
Very fortunate, too, if you're going to look at everything that happened. Like, Urban should have been behind third base. And that ball almost airmailed him. But you got the result you wanted.
So clutch hit there for Luke Schmidt, who looked like they're going to have first and second with just 1 out, and now here they are, 2 down, runner at first. Here's another look at the throw. I was a little bit surprised to see him going.
I agree. He got rid of it really quick. Good tag, too. Kept the glove there, let him slide right into it. A lot of times you see those like unbelievable swim moves, you see like everywhere.
Yep. Robotham swings through that. 2-2 the count with 2 down and a runner at first. Got the strikeout to end the inning. No runs in the bottom of the 4th for the Clippers. We head to the 5th inning. They lead at 3-1.
Participating in multiple Nebraska high school activities has taught me the value of teamwork.
I learned how to be a strong leader among my peers.
We set goals as a team and work hard to accomplish them.
I strive to excel not only in the classroom, but on the playing field.
The Nebraska School Activities Association providing opportunities in 25 activities for our member high schools. NSAA activities, the other half of education.
Over 70 years and still growing. Be sure to watch Backyard Farmer on Nebraska Public Media for answers to your gardening questions. Every week, host Kim Todd and Nebraska Extension horticulture experts will help you keep your home landscape green and lush and give you tips you need to know to grow your own food. Join Backyard Farmer for the best gardening advice all season long. Saturday morning at 10 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
Maddox Myers out there on the mound for the Clippers. 6 strikeouts already in the game through 4 innings. He had 5 in the first 2 innings. Struck out the side of the second, had 2 strikeouts in the first and threw 2. He's fired up. Now Roncalli touched him up a bit in the 4th as they got a walk, a double, an error, put 1 on the board, but he worked out of it. Got the strikeout to Jacob Camp and then the pop out to first baseman Hayden Frank.
Yeah, Myers is he's a swing and miss guy. I mean, had 49 strikeouts and 37 in the 3rd coming in. I mean, that's impressive.
So here's Josh Keetle. Keetle squares to bunt, puts it down the line, and it's going to roll foul. Trying to lay one down to get somebody on base in the bottom of the order, turn the lineup. Not a bad idea for Keatle. He had Wisniewski playing deep. Wisniewski's taking a few steps up now.
Kind of surprised everybody, I think.
Mm-hmm. Got him. He got on anyway. Hit by pitch. Second inning in a row that Maddox Meyer has hit the first batter and put him on base.
The catcher, number 20, Wyatt Getter.
Third inning in a row, he's put the leadoff runner on, twice hit by pitch, once with a walk.
That's tough to pitch. He's doing a great job. He's pitching out of his own jams, but
right.
Man, as a pitcher and pitching coach, you want nothing more to get that leadoff hitter. Hitter hits on, that's one thing, but walks and hit by pitch, it's hard to swallow.
You just don't want to put the leadoff runner on, and now it's the third consecutive innings. Cost him last inning. It didn't in the first because he got the double play on the pop out bunt try to the pitcher. Last inning, the leadoff walk came around to score. Still got out of a bases loaded jam though.
Both pitchers have done a great job of pitching out of jams. It's pretty impressive.
Yetter back at the plate. Yetter flew out to first in the first, walked back in the third inning. And now the leadoff runner in Keatle down at first.
Once again, fans, we do appreciate your assistance in returning foul balls to the nearest.
Glad we get pronunciations for the players because I don't know how you get Keatle out of Chytil. That's what it is.
Yeah. Take their word for it.
That's right. Bounced foul. Nice job fighting to stay alive there by Yeter.
That's an amazing hop that ball took.
Head coach Josh Hoover of Roncalli said, really didn't ever feel like they didn't have the ability to get here. Just at one point felt like they may be running out of time. So that season continued to get longer and longer, and they knew that if they were going to make state, they had to go win districts. Always stayed positive. Players knew they had the talent, and now another hit by pitch, and that's back-to-back hit by pitch from Maddox Meyer, who's twice left that slider or curveball out to the right. And we're going to get a visit now from the head coach, Zach Weiner, who will wander out to chat with Maddox Meyer. You've been in these situations where you had it going well and then all of a sudden you just feel like you lost it for maybe an inning. How do you get it back?
If you find a pebble. No, you know what? Like he's lost. I mean, his fastball command's great.
Yeah.
He's losing the feel of the breaking ball, and that's usually the first thing to go. If you lose a pitch, is the breaking ball, because it's got to be just, exact. It's got to be, your hands got to be on top of the ball, or it looks like he's kind of just, I'm not saying getting lazy with it, but his hands looks like it's just kind of underneath to the side instead of a little bit more on top behind the ball. And it's just slipping out of his hand and just kind of floating up there, and not as sharp. But yeah, I mean, another way to get it back is you have a mound visit, whether by the coach or the catcher. That helps too sometimes. But
I thought you were going to say if I knew how to get it back, I'd still be pitching in the major leagues.
No, I threw like 15 balls the other day in batting practice, and my arm feels like it's swimming in fluid. So I think I'm done either way.
You're good, right?
Yeah, I'm good.
I gotcha. You had a great career. How long did you play?
Oh, about 15 years professionally.
Wow.
110 days short of a full 10-year stint in the big leagues, but
no kidding.
Not that I was counting or nothing.
Twins,
Baltimore. I signed with Kansas City in 16. Spent a spring there, and then like a month or two in Omaha. Opted out of that contract, and Baltimore signed me, so I finished 16 in Baltimore, and then 17, 18, 19 with the Cubs. Yes.
So after being in the majors for almost 10 years. Then you got to go to the National League and put a bat on your shoulder.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was terrifying. My first big league at bat was an interleague game, Twins and Milwaukee.
Okay.
And Gallardo was pitching for the Brewers. And Gardner tells me, hey, go up there and bunt. And he's throwing like 98 miles an hour. I'm like, you want me to do what? I struck out.
Can't imagine after not, hitting BP or anything for about 7 or 8 years that all of a sudden you're going to face Major League pitching. Called strike, got him looking. Big pitch there and an out by Maddox Meyer. With runners at first and second and nobody out, what a strikeout.
It's a well-located inside corner.
Great pitch.
Great pitch. Don't necessarily think he was going there, but nevertheless.
So here's Clay Schaefer now at the plate. Ball 1. Schaefer had that double back in the 4th inning. It put runners at 2nd and 3rd. Then the walk behind to load the bases. Meyer would give up a run, but eventually get out of the jam. That's where we are at 3-1. Hits that. Great diving grab by Wisniewski at 3rd, over to 2nd, and another double play. 4th double play of this championship game. And Malcolm, still with the lead, 3-1, gets out of another jam. Wisniewski fires in time for the double play.
What do you think about going to college?
I'm kind of scared.
I feel nervous a little bit.
That's kind of a tough one. I'm not really sure yet.
I'm excited for college.
How are you going to pay for it?
To be honest, I don't really know.
That's actually a really good question.
So what if you had a friend you could ask?
Thank you for watching another exciting high school sports championship on Nebraska Public Media. Financial contributions from people just like you make them possible. You can do the same by joining the Sports Partners Club. Call 800-989-8236. Contributions from members make all the programming possible on Nebraska Public Media. Your donation is an investment that will keep high school sport championships available to everyone across the state. Call or go online and contribute today. Thank you.
Clutch play here by Mason Wisniewski. The diving grab at 3rd, pops to his feet to double off the runner at 2nd. And remember, in that inning, Roncalli had runners at 1st and 2nd with nobody out. And they get out of the jam, no runs.
That's so difficult as a base runner right there. You know, because you might get a little frustrated, like don't get doubled off there, but that ball is a laser. Great diving play, and I mean, you're taught to freeze. Line drive, you freeze. Nothing you can do about it.
Jackson Irvine back out there.
Jackson Irvine's doing a great job of keeping his team in this game. Things just aren't going their way right now. Some mistakes here and there, but he's going out there, he's competing still.
Two-one the count. Top of the order, Colt Reiling at the plate. Reiling hits that over the shortstop's head. Grant Ryan couldn't quite reach it, and it's a leadoff single for Colt Reiling, who is 2 for 3 here in this championship game.
The pitcher, number 11, Maddox Meyer.
So that'll bring up Maddox Meyer. Second time Colt Reiling has led off an inning with a single. 1-0 called strike from Jackson Urban. Let's go down to the field to Anna.
Well, Brian, you mentioned it. Jackson Urban's helped keep Roncalli in this game, and this is the first year he's really been healthy, so he tore his labrum at the end of his sophomore year. Coach told me he's really been getting his confidence back with all the pressure he's been dealing with. The injury was pretty tough on everybody, but Jackson was at every weightlifting, practice, every game, and now he really carries a chip on his shoulder when he pitches.
I said it's been really special to watch him come back and build his confidence back. Says for the first time he's finally fully healthy. He's had shutouts in back-to-back games in the district final and at state down here in the first game.
He can pitch.
Yep.
He's doing really well. Those are scary injuries because you don't know how it's going to react with surgery and all that kind of stuff. So it's good to see him back out there and being able to compete and play with his teammates.
Facing Maddox Meyer here. Meyer fights it off. Urban picking his spots right now. Outside corner there with 2 strikes. Trying to get him to chase. Did. Looks like he's going back same place. Fastball down low.
You're going to miss down there.
Good pitch here. Down 2 runs. Runner at first. Nobody out. 3-2 count. Fouled off.
It's a great job spoiling that pitch. As a pitcher, you think you should get good results with that pitch. Obviously, they did a great job right there spoiling it. Now he's got to execute again.
Swung through it, got the strikeout. Big pitch. It's going to go into right field on the attempted pick, and Colt Riling advances 90 feet to second base on the throwing error. But Urban gets the strikeout.
Big strikeout. It's unfortunate right there. Just that's tough too, because as first baseman, like you probably got to do everything you can to bury it, keep it in front. Yeah, you got to body that up. Looks like it kind of comes by surprise too that he's throwing it. But after a big strikeout right there, he's going back to the bag. Let's try and leave him there. Now double plays out of order.
Here's Hayden Frank. Lifted high into the air. Cam Rolfson ranges over near the line and makes the play. So 2 down on the fly out to first base. And with a runner still in scoring position, that will bring up Mason Wisniewski. Wisniewski singled, scoring 2 last inning, and they're going to put him on. Yeah, there you go. So intentional walk to Wisniewski. I want to remind you, coming up at 4 o'clock, we've got Norris and Elkhorn North for the Class B state championship from right here at Tal Anderson. You gonna come back for that one?
Yeah, I'll be here.
Okay,
that's fine.
Good.
That'll be another great game. Elkhorn North's pitching staff's ridiculous.
It is good. And they've got their ace on the mound.
Yep. If I'm Urban here and I get out of this inning with no runs, I'm going to show a lot of emotion, try and get the troops fired up. See if we can't get something going offensively.
But you really like that decision there to walk Wisniewski, who hits, 550, had the 2 RBI single. We were kind of advocating for the walk last inning.
Yeah. I was, yeah. Open base. I mean, you got a guy that can hit. You got an open base. I mean, as a competitor, you don't want to do it, right? As a pitching competitor, you want to say, I can get this guy. But when it comes down to like odds, I think the walk would have been better, but.
That's lifted into right field by Carson Frank. Coming in is Caden Schaefer for the 3rd out. So the intentional walk pays off. We are still at 3-1 as we head to the bottom of the 6th. Another chance upcoming for the Pride.
That way the flavors will marry nicely.
Can you tell me what I'm looking at?
I'm not looking for love, I'm looking for cookies.
And there's still places to discover.
It just absorbs you.
You can make this at home if you can't find it.
I will continue to eat and drink until you get here. Get here fast.
Cheers. Cheers.
Oh, look at that. Oh, doesn't that look good?
We are going to be eating well.
It does work. It does.
We got a happy little sky.
We're just getting started.
I'm jumping with joy right now.
On Finding Your Roots, actors Tony Danza.
I do feel solid, like I have a history.
And Terry Crews.
I'm actually connected to my past.
Ancestors who led hard scrabble lives.
Well, it wasn't even about livelihood, it was about eating.
Struggling toward a better future.
Nobody ever talks about this in our school books.
Man, this is a movie. This is a movie.
Finding Your Roots.
Tuesday night at 7 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
Sixth inning, top of the sixth upcoming for the Crimson Pride. They have just 6 outs left to try to get back into this, down by 2 at 3-1. Middle of the lineup to start us off here for Roncalli.
Leading off the sixth inning for the Crimson Pride, the first baseman, number 19,
Cam Rolfson to start off the inning.
Like I said, they're running out of outs. Roncalli is.
Yeah.
Got to find a way to get some base runners. And if you get on base, I think you got to start being aggressive. Maybe kind of try and force some issues to happen.
That's hit sharply. Ranging to his left is Carson Frank in time for the first out. You know, we probably should say it is, it is Mustache May or May Mustache. Got a big shout out to Jeff Lisey, who's been working on his mustache. Look much better than Lisey's. Not sure if you've seen it lately, but.
Can you see it yet?
No, like I said, I think he tells everybody that it's a May mustache, but I'm pretty sure it started in February.
Oh, man. It's funny, our kids will tell me to grow my mustache out, and then
your wife
my wife
tells you not?
Yeah, she's absolutely not. You will not do that.
Fouled straight back by Caden Schaefer.
fans, we do appreciate your assistance in turning those foul balls. You can take them to the nearest dugout. Thank you.
Since Jake Hoover took over this program 9 years ago, they won a state title back in 2018. Swing and a miss. And Maddox Meyer gets the first 2 outs here in the top of the sixth. And that'll bring up Ben Reinheimer, as you see the strikeout. Got him to chase up. Ben Reinheimer's older brother Noah was on that 2018 state championship team in Class B for Roncalli. Little Benny trying to win one of his own here. Little Benny. I've known Ben since he was 8. So we can call him Little Benny, right? That's high into the air, chasing over and grabbing foul territory. Another nice play by Wisniewski. So Wisniewski in back-to-back innings ends the threat for the Pride.
So one of the things that I've learned since being on the foundation board is the wealth of information that's available on the website, beyond what we typically think of as just radio and TV. The electronic and digital media that's available is a wealth of educational and quality learning for all of Nebraskans. One of the things on the educational information that was intriguing was the virtual tour of the Capitol. It's a wealth of information to be able to see the intricacy of that beautiful building. There's such a need for learning and education. But also in the programming it provides. PBS and NPR really challenge us to learn and challenge our thinking so that we think about things in a new perspective. It's about sharing education and making people better citizens by having a deeper and broader understanding.
let's take a look back at where we are. That is the big rip back through the middle with runners at second and third by Wisniewski. It scored 2. Oh, yeah, that's right now game-leading RBI. Well, you just go back, you wonder if they'll think about that with Wisniewski hitting over 500, an open base at first. They let him hit. He drives in 2. If not for that, it would be 1-1.
Yep. It's always a gamble because you could walk and the next guy could get a,
absolutely.
But
certainly not questioning the decision.
No.
It's just one of those things you always look back at and think, what if?
Yep. Yeah. And it's also just unfortunate too because the next guy did ground out right to short. So
right. Yeah. Pretty good pitch there, right at the numbers. For our leadoff hitter, Derek Erickson. Erickson lined out to second, and he singled back in the 4th. Three balls, no strikes.
Yeah, you got to get the leadoff guy here.
Yep.
He's throwing a lot of double play balls, but you don't want to keep living like that if you don't have to.
So the Clippers here in the top of the 6th trying to add some insurance runs. And they get the leadoff walk. Visit coming from Coach Hoover. See anybody up in a pen?
Oh, yeah, we were just talking. He's only got 69 pitches.
Yeah.
His pitch count's fantastic.
That's going to be it.
And that's it. Wow, okay.
So we'll give you one, our new pitcher, Noah Brisbane. While Brisbane warms up and you see Urban going to the dugout.
Pitching for Roncalli, camp at number 23, Noah Brisbane.
So Brisbane, a fastball, curveball guy, also in that high 70, low 80 velocity range. Maybe it's just, you figure another time through the order, lead off walk, give him a different look.
I think so. I mean, Urban, he pitched a heck of a game.
Yeah.
He did everything he needed to do, I think, just didn't get the results and right now hasn't had the run support. That happens, but I think that's smart. I think it's a good move. You tell he's probably getting a little tired, even though he didn't have a high pitch count. But every inning was stressful. It wasn't like he had like a 1, 2, 3 clean inning or nothing. He was always pitching with runners on and always kind of in scoring position. So those get stressful on you.
So they're the Malcolm Clippers looking for their first ever state championship alone. There is Tyler Thiemann. Looks like he's doing a little acting there in the dugout, right?
Yeah.
Did you know he was the Class A most outstanding actor? Look at that.
That's amazing. Good for him.
How about that?
That is honestly something I can say I have never done and will never do. And he's really good at it.
Really good. I mean, you're the most outstanding actor? Yeah, absolutely. He was dialing somebody up there in the dugout. I'm not sure who it was. Fouled off.
One thing I do find interesting with the pitching move here, though, is you had the lefty on lefty matchup. So I thought maybe he'd at least go one more.
One more, yeah.
Yeah. So. But obviously they know their guys better than I do, so I'm guessing they have an idea what's going to happen or what they want to happen.
1-1 from Brisbane. Fouled off. 1-2 down low. Runners going. Boy, timely steal. Great heads-up base running. As soon as he saw dirt ball, he was off. Caught the catcher by surprise as well.
Fantastic base running.
Hop saw it in the dirt and went.
He had a great secondary lead, too. For all you young kids out there, if you see that replay, look how far I got. All that ball down, he was on his way. He didn't hesitate. That could be a big bag right there.
Especially if they can add to that lead. That's lifted into the air. Drifting back as Grant Ryan calls everybody off and takes it for out number 1. Let's watch the secondary here. Shuffle, read.
No hesitation.
Yeah. It's just a great job of base running. It's one of those things. Sometimes it's just intuition, right? It's hard to teach until youth players have done it over and over and over again to really be smart base runners.
Yeah, it's the little things, right? Like, I mean, if he would have been, taking that pitch off, mentally for some reason, and he didn't get there. I mean, who knows? I mean, we don't know what's going to happen yet this inning, but now there's pressure on the pitcher. There's a runner at second. It's hard to pitch with a runner on second.
So Luke Schmidt back at the plate. He singled his last time at bat back in the 4th inning. Rips that into right field. Back goes Caden Schaefer. Schaefer makes the grab, backpedaling. Tagging from second and going to third is Derek Erickson on the play, but what a play out in right field by Caden Schaefer. Thought that might have had him beat.
That ball was hit real hard. That might be the hardest ball we've seen hit all day.
Yeah. Oh, good grab.
Yeah.
So Luke Schmidt put a charge into it. We have a pinch hitter now. Noah Gagne is up. Noah, a junior, with a runner at third. Will bat for Elliot Rothbaum. Two balls, no strikes now to Noah. Strike. Crispin tries to work his way back into the AB.
Yep, you want to get this guy.
Yeah, don't let it flip to the top of the order, right?
Yep, exactly.
Colt Reiling waiting on deck, who is 2 for 3 on the day. And now 3-1. I would think you would go right at Noah here. If you're
Noah,
Brisbane,
you're sitting fastball.
Noah versus Noah here. Pitch away, got the walk. So back to the top of the order go the Clippers, and it will be Colt Reiling at the plate. He's hit the ball well 3 consecutive times. 2 singles and a sharp line out to the second baseman. 2 down, runners at first and third. Clippers trying to add some insurance runs as they head to the 7th.
Runner first probably going to go on this pitch. Or at least try to get second in the next 1 or 2 pitches.
He's going now. Called strike as he feinted the bunt to get the runner over. So now 2 in scoring position, bottom of the 6th. 1-1 the count.
Just kind of falling off. I think his mechanics, like if he drives a little bit more forward straight to the plate, he's just kind of pulling off. I think he's trying to make his breaking ball move more than maybe it is today. And
Colt Reiling at the plate, hitting .317 on the year. He's 2 for 3 here in the championship game. Called strike. Right at him at 2-2 now. Big AB here for both teams. Malcolm would love to add a couple of insurance runs. Roncalli tries to keep it within 2. The 2-2. Swatted out over at first. Rolfson handles it. And out of the jam is Brisbane. So we head to the 7th. Malcolm 3 outs away from a state title. Come on back.
There's a place in the middle of America where we stand up and stand out, bringing light that illuminates the best ideas and brings change. Understanding the heart of learning comes from the heartland. Nebraska Public Media is yours, a space and community for everyone. We tell stories and amplify voices so that all can be heard, all from a place that we call home. This is Nebraska Public Media.
My parents divorced when I was 5. My family moved in with my mother's parents. My grandparents' house felt like the safe place, but then it wasn't.
You never think it's gonna happen in your own home.
He claimed to be a man of God.
He built power to manipulate his family into silence. This silence ended with me. I knew I had to say something so that my niece would not be abused.
Sunday night at 10:30 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
Well, here's a quick summary. It's at 3-1 as we head to the top of the last inning. That big double, or single that scored 2 to make it 3-1 by Wisniewski. Back in the 3rd inning is the difference right now at 3-1. And Meyer's been terrific on the mound. 8 strikeouts, giving up just 2 hits, walked 3 through 6. And he's out there for the final inning. Final opportunity here for the Crimson Pride. Malcolm 3 outs away from that school's first ever state baseball championship. It's been a remarkable season this year in Malcolm athletics. One of the best years in their history. 7 district championships. They finished 6th in boys cross country. They were a state qualifier in volleyball. 3rd in Class C in softball. First 9-0 season since 1999 in football. 4th in girls basketball. Play production and speech. Both finished in the top 3 in the state. Called strike 3 outside corner. Got him looking. The river was there. Another look at it. Listen, it's been consistent. It's been there the entire game. That might even have been outside the river on the chalk, but it's...
That's on the banks of the river.
That's on the banks.
Outer banks. But again, we talked about earlier, he's been throwing strikes over the plate all game. And as you do that, you sometimes get those pitches. Like you technically, quote unquote, earn them, if you will.
Well, and Neil Hammond has been consistent. He's been calling it out there, and at some point with true strikes, you need to adjust. Make the adjustment, get up on the chalk, look away, and drive it that way.
Yes, exactly. And you know, if you hold yourself accountable as an athlete, he had 2 other ones he could have hit.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
got him. Back-to-back strikeouts. 1 out away for Malcolm. So Josh Keetle, who was hit by pitch last time at the plate, trying to keep it alive here for the Crimson Pride.
that's his 99th pitch right there. And I guarantee you he doesn't feel it at all.
Oh, no. Too much adrenaline right now.
Man, the adrenaline's pumping right now.
Keetle popped up into the air. Maddox Meyer on it. Meyer with the tag, and that's it! The Clippers are state champs in Class C.
100th pitch. Right there. What a great job. What a great pitching duel. Good baseball game. Congratulations to Malcolm and Roncalli. Like we talked about, their record coming in wasn't what they were looking for, but they got here. And Malcolm, first one, right? First one in history.
First one.
Good for them.
Only the second year of Malcolm baseball since Class C was added. And the Clippers are state champs. When we come back, we'll hand out medals and championship trophies to both teams. From Tal Anderson Field here in Omaha. Clippers will sail home with the state title.
My parents divorced when I was 5. My family moved in with my mother's parents. My grandparents' house felt like the safe place, but then it wasn't.
You never think it's gonna happen in your own home.
He claimed to be a man of God.
He built power to manipulate his family into silence. This silence ended with me. I knew I had to say something so that my niece would not be abused.
Sunday night at 10:30 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
That way the flavors will marry nicely.
Can you tell me what I'm looking at?
I'm not looking for love, I'm looking for cookies.
And there's still places to discover.
It just absorbs you.
You can make this at home if you can't find it.
I will continue to eat and drink until you get here. Get here fast.
Cheers.
Oh, look at that. Oh, doesn't that look good?
We are going to be eating well.
It does work. It does.
We got a happy little sky.
We're just getting started.
Backyard Farmers, your source for all things gardening, home landscapes, flowers, and a lush green lawn. For over 70 years, Backyard Farmers answered your questions to help you grow things the right way. If you've got problems with insect or disease pests, out of control weeds in your turf, or you just want your home and garden to look better, Backyard Farmer has the solutions you're looking for. Saturday morning at 10 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
Coverage of the NSAA Baseball Championships on Nebraska Public Media is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest Foundation, Nebraska Public Power District. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We couldn't do it without your support. Time for the, is it water or is it Gatorade? Let's see. Looks like water. Zach Wayner takes home the title. Water bath never felt so good. Let's go to Heath Kramer.
The Nebraska School Activities Association is honored to have medals and trophies for both of these outstanding teams. Presentations will be made by NSAA Board of Directors, Dr. John Cerny from Bancroft Rosalie, Nick Wemhoff from Fort Calhoun, Dana Weissman from Sutton, and Kara Graham from Lincoln Southeast. Here are the awards for the 2023 Class C runner-up, Roncalli Catholic High School. Well, head coach Jake Hoover and his assistants please come forward to present the silver medals to each member of your team. Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 20, Wyatt Yetter. Number 24, Grant Ryan. Number 21, Clay Schaefer. Number 19, Cam Rolfson. Number 35, Caden Schaefer. Number 32, Ben Reinheimer. Number 28, Jacob Camp. Number 2, Abel Jimenez Escobar. Number 1, Josh Keitel. Number 4, Jackson Urbine. Number 3, Charlie Ferringer. Number 5, Cornelius Wells. Number 22, Reese Peterson. Number 23, Noah Brisbane. Number 27, Riley Feldhaus. Number 33, Tanner Post. Number 34, Bryson Rowe. And number 42, Nick Worthy. And now here is the 2023 NSAA Class C runner-up trophy. Congratulations, Omaha Roncalli Catholic High School.
Good job, guys. Good season.
And now to the 2023 Class C champions, Malcolm High School. First, head coach Zach Wayner, we have a special award for you. Coach, would you and your assistants please present the gold medals to the members of your championship team? Players, as your name is called, please come forward to receive your medal. Number 45, Colt Reiling. Number 11, Maddox Meyer. Number 2, Hayden Frank. Number 5, Mason Wisniewski. Number 7, Carson Frank. Number 1, Derek Erickson. Number 25, Garrett England. Number 44, Luke Schmidt. Number 8, Elliot Robotham. Number 10, Cody Sykes. 0, Brixton Meyer. Number 3, Tristan Bailey. Number 4, Oliver Day. Number 12, Owen Little. Number 13, Caden Robotham. Number 15, Noah Ganya. Number 17, Cole Tiedemann. Number 21, Tyler Thiemann. Number 24, Chase Smith. Number 27, Keegan Robinson. Number 32, Eli Kincaid. And number 42, Owen Savicki. And now, for these outstanding athletes in their school, here's the 2023 NSAA Class C State Baseball Championship Trophy. Congratulations, Malcolm High School.
3-1 state championship. That's the final. The Malcolm Clippers are the title holders in Class C. And what a great game, Brian. Back and forth. And, you know, I think both teams can probably point to moments in the game that they'd like to have back and maybe missed opportunities.
Yep, there were some missed opportunities out there, but you got to give the credit to Malcolm, and Max Meyer did a great job on his 100th pitch right there, getting that swing. And man, and you know what? Urban too for Roncalli pitched a great game.
I'm jumping with joy right now.
On Finding Your Roots, actors Tony Danza.
I do feel solid, like I have a history.
And Terry Crews.
I'm actually connected to my past.
Ancestors who led hard scrabble lives.
Well, it wasn't even about livelihood, it was about eating.
Struggling toward a better future.
Nobody ever talks about this in our school books.
Man, this is a movie. This is a movie.
Finding Your Roots.
Tuesday night at 7 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
We tell ourselves stories as a nation.
These stories need to be highlighted, they need to be explored.
We're the dreamers.
How serious is America's commitment to looking at its history?
How can we learn from the past?
Douglas said, "You're going to look me in the eye and see my humanity."
It's illuminating. I'm seeing the expansiveness of my history.
It's pretty great.
There's so much richness to Black life and Black culture.
I think the story of Muslims in America is the story of America.
Tonight, they are free.
I cannot imagine how excited he must have been.
It's a wonderful feeling. This is why we do this.
It makes me even more committed to struggling for a better world.
On Secrets of the Dead.
The Hindenburg's horrible end has shocked the entire world.
Now, more than 80 years later, the list of failures that led to the tragedy can be revealed.
The testing was not very adequate at all.
The money that the Nazis gave had strings attached.
The use of hydrogen did make this airship a ticking time bomb.
Hindenburg's fatal flaws on Secrets of the Dead.
Wednesday night at 9 Central on Nebraska Public Media.
Coverage of the NSAA Baseball Championships on Nebraska Public Media is made possible in part by Nebraska Soybean Board, Education Quest Foundation, Nebraska Public Power District. A big thank you to all of our sponsors who help us bring you the best high school athletes from across the state. We couldn't do it without your support.
3-1 the final score. Malcolm, its first championship for the school. Coach, what are the emotions?
Oh, we're excited right now. The boys worked really, really hard this whole season, off season. His dedication was unbelievable.
I know the sayings, go boats, and the pitching and defense stepped up. How about that?
Oh, it was awesome today. Maddox did a great job on the mound. Had a little bit of a hiccup, but, you know, he was able to overcome that. Defense was right behind him, you know, able to take care of business.
Coach, congratulations on the state championship. We'll bring in Mason now. Had that 2-run single. Mason, how'd you deliver for your team?
It's hitting. It's what you do. It's how you play the game. I mean, you have to hit to win, have to score runs.
Helps when you have a guy like Maddox Meyer on the mound. What does he mean to this team?
I mean, he's a great pitcher. He allows us to win with 3 runs. That's about it. I mean, he's the best we have.
What do you think's made this team so special, Mason?
Great pitching, great hitting. You look at our stats, they're really high, really good. And then pitching, we have 4 great pitchers that can all get outs to win games.
Well, Mason, congratulations. We'll bring in the ace pitcher now. Maddox Meyer, 10 strikeouts on the day. Maddox, what was working so well for you?
My fastball, I could spot it almost anywhere I wanted. And then I had the mix between the slider and the curveball, which kept throwing them off, and they were guessing.
We talked with Coach about it, but Go Boats has been the motto. First state championship. What does it mean to this program?
I just think to all these little kids that were here today, it shows that hard work. We always work hard. They see it in our practices. And if they do that too, they'll be just as successful as we are.
How special is baseball in that community?
It's everything to us. When we play at home, we have everybody coming from the old grads to grads' parents to pretty much anyone coming to watch us.
Maddox, congratulations. First state title for Malcolm.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, let's take a look at some of the highlights of the Clippers and in particular the performance of Maddox Meyer. We believe his first complete game of the season, 100 pitches.
He's just spotting up everything, like he was just saying in his interview. His fastball was locating really well. He kept him off balance with the breaking balls, and like you said, he was in and out of that river side, you know, on the sides of the plate, and kept the hitters off balance.
What a performance by Maddox Meyer, and big win for the Malcolm Clippers. First ever state championship. They finished the year 25-3 and take home the title. I want to remind you, coming up later this afternoon from right here at Tally Anderson, it's the Class B state championship. Norris and Elkhorn North will take the field. We'll have all of it for you right here on Nebraska Public Media. Be back here at 4 o'clock for that. Until then, for Anna Bellinghausen, for Brian Dunsing, for our entire Nebraska Public Media sports crew, thanks for joining us. We'll see you back here at 4 o'clock on Nebraska Public Media.